Hi, my name is Hellfire, and this is going to be my first video of my second attempt on YouTube. But mainly what I'm here to talk to you about today would be the future of our world, and how it lies in the deepest jeopardy at the moment. See, we have the New World Order all around us. It's everywhere. It's in your water. It's in your air. It's there when you look in the mirror. Now, for those of you who don't know about the New World Order, or who are still asleep, which I can understand why you're still asleep. Heck, knowing the truth, I can understand why some people would want to go back to sleep. Personally, I would never allow myself to do that. Just this. In order for us to make a change here, we have to stand up. And for those of you who don't understand what the New World Order again, is that basically the New World Order is a one-world government being perpetrated by the elite for their own purposes. For you to serve them. If you've ever read the book 1984, I think that's exactly what it's going to be like. In fact, I even think that's what George Orwell got killed for. Okay? But I'm here to talk about the New World Order. Now, there's a few things I'd like to clear up before I go any farther. Okay? Is that I don't use antics or anything like that. I try to be as straightforward as possible. And who knows, I might not always hit the nail right on the head, but almost anything I say on here, all the facts I give can be backed up with reasonable research. Now, I'll admit there will be some speculation, but if you do the research that I've done, I think you will be hard-pressed not to reach the same conclusion. Okay? And there's a couple of articles that I mentioned. One is about the Fed, okay? And it's an article straight off the Fed website. And that's something I'm going to post a link to because I don't know if a lot of truthers truly understand how the Fed works. Good to know. And there's another good thing, is that I found a good article today on Ron Paul's Sunshine Bill. And that's something that many of you will probably be familiar with. It's a good bill. I really hope it goes through. And even according to Fox News, it's getting good. It's doing well in Congress. And that's a thumbs up to Ron Paul right there. And for any of you guys who call him a shill, I doubt that. I really do. Why? Because he did this once? Okay, I know what this means. It's devil horns. But you know it's also I love you in sign language? Yeah. However, the other thing I'm going to talk about in a lot of my videos is I'm going to talk about something that not so many video bloggers seem to talk about. They all talk about isolated events and all that, and that's a really good thing. That's really a good aspect to have in the truth movement. However, I'm just looking to bring in another aspect, another side of it, you could say. Is that I want to talk about how they've utterly destroyed our culture. I mean, movies now, they're good to watch, but you have to get around the programming. All these movies in them, every movie that comes out now has some theme in it that is meant to program you to think a certain way that they want. Never used to be like that. A lot of older movies it wasn't, because it wasn't up until recently they had the level of control they have now. Okay? Since 9/11, this New World Order has kicked into high gear. Now, what do we do about that? Well, I know something that we should definitely do about that. And then I seen a video a couple of times. I call it the Justin Detox Plan. Great video. I probably will be reposting it on my channel. As long as I can get the proper permission. loved it. I love the idea. Basically what it is that it's an idea, it's like Facebook for the truth movement, okay? You go on there, you put your name, picture yourself, your phone number, your address, and whatnot, and that way people in the same community as you can also look at this, and then people can get together on a community level, you know, which is a very good idea. And for any of you guys who will say, this isn't a good idea, or they'll get all of our information that way, well, I got some news for you, buddy. They've already got your information. They've got everything there is to know about you through tax records. And the government has the most complete tax records in the world. I'm going to tell you that right now. They won't have complete records when it comes to anything else, but the tax records are always going to be good. Because if you don't pay your taxes, they jump on you. But there's something I'd like to talk about before this video is over. And this would be something in it for you guys who really don't know, not quite sure what I might be talking about. As I'm going to mention the Federal Reserve and the four guys that created it. Okay? The four guys that created it were J.D. Rockefeller, Mayer Rothschild, J.P. Morgan, and Paul Warburg. Okay? Now, there's a very interesting quote from Mayer Rothschild, and that is, "Give me control of a nation's money and I care not who makes its laws." That's very interesting considering they've used the Federal Reserve to create a sort of control over American money policy. And, okay, the United States is the biggest money engine in the world. If that goes, we're all screwed. As we seen last year with this wicked depression that came along. Okay? I mean, who knows? I mean, I'm still trying to figure out how did Czechoslovakia and Iceland go under when the United States went down? I mean, I didn't think the United States had a whole lot to do with the Czech Republic. You know what I mean? I thought they were still over there doing whatever. Anyway, try not to sound like an idiot here. I wouldn't mind doing a comic routines either, but I think the seriousness of this topic here denotes something more serious than that, obviously. However, my advice to truthers right now is don't get too caught up in it. You see, it's really good for a person to be prepared for the future, but you can't be too worried about the future. I personally don't let things worry me at all. I take the necessary precautions without worrying. Because if you worry, then it just consumes you. Okay? And really, we got to enjoy what freedom we have left while taking the proper measures to safeguard those freedoms, I think. And that's the other problem with the truth movement, is that a lot of you are like me. You're awake, and you don't know what the hell to do about it. Well, I feel your pain there. You know, it's kind of lonely. That's kind of why I'm doing this video blog, to be honest with you. That and get different things about the new world order off my mind. But, for the purposes of time, there's one thing left in this video that I do want to discuss with you. And that is before any of you go off and attack my name saying it's satanic and whatnot. Okay? Now, I've done a lot of research into the Satanism aspect of the Illuminati. I'm not gonna... I'll save that for further different videos, though. Okay. Needless to say, my name is not satanic. Hellfire, that part of the name, comes from one of my favorite books, Virus, by Bill Buchanan. It's actually the name of an aircraft in the book. And 695, well, that comes from the first numeric password I ever used. It was a password that I created for Neopets when I was 10 years old. Unless, you know, Neopets is now satanic somehow. You know, I haven't figured that one out yet, but then again, I can't figure out why they had Walter Cronkite's voice while burning a child in effigy in front of a 40-foot owl statue down in that, you know, Bohemian Grove. Who knows, maybe that's where all the rich people just went to go whack off. You know, I mean, that makes me pretty hot and horny. Oh, just Walter Cronkite's voice in a 40-foot tall owl statue with a child burning in front of it. Oh, baby. Yeah, that just turns me on. Anyway, that's enough of my rambling. Hellfire out.